This is another issue that the courts should look at, not me. But it is something to think about, right? And then PDP, new PDP, PC, and all of them, they are the same people, okay? The worrisome thing in all of this is that it is unfortunate for Nigeria to have found itself in this kind of messy political milieu or atmosphere, where in established democracies have you found people vomiting today openly, and tomorrow you swallow the vomit, and you still see people clapping for them, ta 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 ta, that these are the people, oh, our political. These people are not our political leaders. To me, it's my personal opinion. These people do not have any form of shame, because if they had any iota of shame, they would have gone to bury their heads in shame. How do you hop around as a prostitute? Today, you are in party A, next party B. And when you leave, when the last government was in power, these same people were saying that the government was clueless, doesn't have any. So what have you seen? Just because you need ticket for your selfish political interest, you carry Nigerians. It's just because the system is weak. Politics devoid of ideology is the cause of what we are seeing today.
Yeah, we'll get to the part of ideology now. Let's just move on now to something else. Still with you. Okay, back to you, Desmond. Now, with this defection, now what effect do you think it will have on the 2019 election?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it will be clearer in the days to come. Okay. There is no doubt that to some extent, strengthening the opposition party. If you have more people going there, especially those that you see as political leaders in their own right, even though I have my concern about those people who call political leaders, I have my disagreement with the process with which we recruit our political leaders in this country. It's all about if you have the money, you become a leader, not because you have content or the interest of the nation at heart. If more people move from APC to PDP, for example, and the coalition the PDP is having with other opposition parties works out, definitely we cannot deny the fact that it will affect them positively and affect the APC negatively. That is to be expected.
Yeah.
But in politics, nothing is settled until it is finally done, right? The Buhari camp still believe that the popularity of the president, with which he was always raking in about 12 million votes previously before he became the president, is still there for him, for the taking, all right? And with the power of incumbency and the current rating, believing that he has done well, he has proven himself in their own judgment that he can rake in more this time around. That is to them. Then the opposition is also believing that to the fine, Buhari has been tried and tested. Like somebody used the word, he has been disvirgin and has been saying whether he can actually perform or not. That will also be an item on the table when Nigerians are making a decision who to vote for and who not to vote for. But by and large, some of them that are leaving might be leaving with baggages, while some will be leaving with some quality. All right. If you take example, let us deal with the issue of Kogi, for example. All right. We've been having so much issues there. The governor Yahaya Bello versus Dino Melaye. All right. Dino has left the APC to PDP, according to him, back home to PDP. All right. If your home was actually good enough, why did you leave in the first place? All right. Why are you not making us believe that you can always abandon the home and come back to it at your own will? All right. It brings about some credibility questions. All right. If we're in the right climb, like Sumi also said, whereby we take into consideration, all right, the integrity of the leaders. I'm not sure some of us will be considering some of these people who are jumping around every day. So If you take that, for example, the case of Kogi, okay, how well is somebody like Dino going to be able to fight his governor? Right? Other issues will play out there. Has the governor done enough? Is he in control of the voters back home? If he is, that could neutralize the effect of Dino coming back to PDP. But if Dino is carrying more votes, all right, maybe there is sympathy for him and all of that, it could also work in his favor. So there are so many dynamics that need to play out at the end of the day. But there's no denying the fact now that with the movement to the opposition party, their camp is swelling up. But to what extent they are going to be able to manage that at the end of the day for victory is yet to be seen, because there's also what we call destination crisis.
Okay.
Right? As you move away from one party, you're going to meet people who have also established themselves there, all right, expecting that they were going to be given the party ticket to run, all right. You expect that having moved now because you are a current, rather a serving member or a serving governor, all right, you should also have right of first refusal, all right, have a right to the ticket. If you don't get it, there's going to be crisis between you coming in and those that are there. So who is saying that those people you are meeting there now may not also get agreed and leave the party for you and come and join the ruling party? So some of those cross-carpeting we might still see protest.
Okay, now while we're still here getting our own reactions, before we go to the streets of Abuja now to hear the reactions of Nigerians, Sonny, now, do you have anything to add to what he has said? Would this defection have any effect on the 2019 election?
Well, the expectation is that yes, the defections would cripple their parent party, the APC. That's the expectation, right? Then on the other side, it's going to brighten the chances of the opposition party to take over power from the APC, which is their goal. Fine. Very good expectations. But let us check. The people who defected on Tuesday, 15 senators, I'm told somebody went back yesterday and said no. So let's say 14. No, they said 2.
No, I know I heard of 1.
Okay, so 14 senators. And then how many? 34 House of Reps members. Okay. I put out their photographs this morning, or yesterday. I forgot to bring them. I should remember all their names. Apart from a state like Kwara, where the Senate president is like an overlord, he has overbearing influence, both the governor and other people. And there is hope, there is expectation that he can win his state and return to the Senate. How many of the other people, how many of them can win election in their states and return to either the Senate or House of Reps? I don't know them. But that is the question that should be uppermost in our minds as we begin to discuss whether there will be an adverse effect or positive effect, adverse effect on APC and positive effect on PDP. I'm not the one to determine, but if you look at the antecedents of these people and the fear that drove them out, can they say that they will get the support of the people with the presence of their governors, who have now become their nemesis, political nemesis? Can they, in all honesty, contest election and win and return to the National Assembly in 2019? If I meet them, this is the same question I would put to them. So, to that extent, I leave that question to them.
Okay. Thank you very much for your idea for now. Now, before we continue now, PTV News took to the streets of Abuja to get the reactions of Nigerians in the FCT on the sudden defection and cross-carpeting of our Nigerian lawmakers. Now, let's take a look at the reports. To stay.
It's a season of mass cross-carpeting in the Nigerian capital. And just like in 2014, it centered around federal lawmakers. The party mostly affected by this is the ruling All Progressive Congress, whose majority status in the National Assembly is under threat. It may have appeared as a shock to the political class, but for these Nigerians, it's not a new reality.
Anyway, I'm not surprised to see the defections, because in the first place, I know right from time that APC as a political party was built on a falsehood. The foundation of APC was built on